6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Through Black and White Eyes for the Look Ahead show. It's a good one tonight. Playing Wolves. I've got Noah for the first time, who's a Wolves fan. He might not like this chat too much because let's face it, we need a win, and we need a big win. We probably won't get it, but we need one. Please like, subscribe, hype the show. It's free. Yeah, hype the show. It's a new little feature. It really helps the channel. Join from just 99p. Donate using the super chat at the bottom right hand corner. All profits to selected charities. So if you don't know, what we do is you donate. We pay for all the little things like StreamYard and YouTube and Canva and things like that. We make our little pretty thumbnails with. And then all the profit gets put into a pot. And then what we do is we decide who we'd like on as a guest. And then we go to them. We'd love you on. We'll donate some money to your charity if you come on. And that's how we've been doing it. It's been working quite well. Please keep comments respectful and, of course, enjoy the show. Awesome. Even bigger news. We will definitely be doing a talking in February, March. Don't know yet. We're working it all out. But I've found a sponsor. So it's like, wow, we're buzzing. Well, I'm buzzing. Dan will be buzzing as well. Everyone's going to be buzzing. And we do know it'll be Gibbo as well, but I'm hoping he brings along one of his friends. Fingers crossed. Evening, Blade. Evening, Gary. Great to see you in the house. Right, let's bring our co-host in. I thought your missus was driving.
That's what I thought was happening as well, but that's you know how it goes. The plans change.
Oh yeah,
so there we are.
Of course they do. They plan change too often.
Yeah. Good to see you, Baz. How was work?
Oh, brutal. It was a brutal day. Had my first break at 8:20. Thought, all right, this is going all right. Next break wasn't until 1:00 in the afternoon.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and then we finally got our final break at around about, it was 4:45.
Good Lord.
Brutal day.
Long day.
Long day. Yeah. Gaza!
Hey,
hello, everybody.
You were on time.
Well, sort of. Not too bad.
You were ready to go.
I was in Durham at 8:00, so I've done well.
You've done very well.
Good. Yeah, very well.
I'm wondering how many cameras you've set off.
It's I'm a bit like a langa when I get going. You know what I mean?
Oh yes.
You know.
I love it. Right, we've got a debut on the show. We've got Noah, who Dan knows. So let's bring the young man in. How are we doing?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah.
Surprise! I forgot to tell you, Dan. Well, I didn't know you were going to be on.
Dan,
welcome in.
Nothing gets past him.
Yeah.
I know Noah obviously from here in Monterey, but he is not in Monterey anymore. He's in Chicago. He's back in school.
Ooh,
all moved in. Looking by the looks of it, and I can see all the different colored jerseys.
Yep, indeed.
I like it.
So he's back at school. He took a gap year this last year and got to see a lot of him on Saturday mornings, obviously, and he was also going to Monterey Bay games. But yeah, huge Wolves supporter. So this is the right show to have him on. Truth be told, I was going to have him on a week or so ago, but it turned out it was an Nufc fans forum. So this works out better because now we've got a look ahead. And if there's anybody who knows Wolves stats, it's Noah. So good to have you, mate.
Yeah, it's good to be on.
Loving it. Well, what we'll do is we always start off with the press conferences. So we'll start off with, obviously, Eddie Howe. It's a huge game for us in our season. It's been a slow start in terms of results, but I don't think it has been in terms of performances. I kind of agree with that a little bit. Villa and Liverpool were fantastic performances, but Leeds was shocking. We need to build momentum onto our season very quickly. The level is so high and Wolves will be difficult. We need the supporters with us as they've been with every moment. Dan, the supporters, let's face it, they will be fired up for this weekend.
They're going to be up for this.
Yeah.
Yep.
The international break came at the right time.
Yep.
Everything that's happened in between it, the transfer window closing, the rat going, signing new strikers. It's, I don't think you could have asked for a better game to, no offense to Wolves, but a better game
definitely
at home. That's the main thing.
Yeah, to have. Go ahead, Noah.
No, I mean, especially with our record at St. James's Park, it's not good. That's all I'm gonna.
The biggest thing, the biggest thing for us, Noah, is this. It's our first test having the roster is now solidified with the transfer window closed, with the rat now forever dispensed with. We don't have to worry about that any longer. The only thing I'm tempering it with, obviously, is having listened to the press conference. We've got a couple of injury concerns, and I'm a little bit alarmed given the form that our new number 9 is in. That was shocking to learn that he's carrying a bit of a knock and won't be available.
So we kind of thought he would, to be fair. I mean, guys, you were obviously in the group and we all saw what happened with the international duties. It was 2-2 when he came off. He's their best player. He scored in the game. Looks like potentially a slight knee injury. Don't know how long he's going to be out for, but it says I saw him for the first time yesterday and he's feeling the effects of the injury sustained just before he came off. While on international duty, we're going to have to see how he aids. That's what Eddie Howe says on Gaz. And he is a massive miss straight away, isn't he? Because we all thought he'll just walk straight into the team, let Voltamade, settle in. And now we've kind of got a bit of a dilemma of who's going to start, which we'll come to a little bit later on. But Wissa's, he's never been injured and now he's fucking injured.
Yeah, because he's got the Newcastle fucking cuff, that's why. He's missed 3 games in 3 bastard years, and the minute he comes here, it's like I said, Isak will get bionic legs now, man. He'll never get a fucking injury at Liverpool.
But he's going to explode at some point, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But it's... I mean, I was always convinced that Vissa was going to start, and then when I saw Voltamade had come in, and what Eddie Howe's like for his training methods and all that. He'd worked with Voltamade for about 3 days before the game, and that's when I started thinking to myself, "Oh, hold on, This has had a couple of hard games the last week, and he's done a lot of travelling as well." Yeah, so I thought I wasn't so convinced that Vissa was going to start. But
I think he would have, because of his Premier League experience. I think that's what would have gotten through it. I think he would have started and then Voltamade would have came on potentially.
But I mean, yeah, possibly.
It's like you're saying now, isn't it? It's not an option.
But it's... do you know what it is? It's just like you pay £55 million for a player, right? You've never seen the bugger and you just literally don't know how long he's going to be out for.
I know.
Honestly, it's just like... I mean, Wolves are going through a similar thing at the minute. Their main striker's out as well, so they know what it's like. Yeah. But it's so frigging annoying that you've never seen the bloke play. And then we don't know how long he's going to be out, and it's just...
Well,
frustrating supporting us for other times, man.
Adding to our misery, of course, is now we're going to be without Jacob Ramsey. We're already
we'll come to that in a little bit because that's a strange one. We did leave.
Yeah, that's a weird one. That one.
Okay.
The bus on that one.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
There's a nuance there that I haven't read into yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Baz know.
So
But yeah, it's a blow losing Vista tomorrow.
Huge blow.
Yeah.
Voltamid, he's fine. He's trained well, and we're really pleased with how he's looked in the first couple of days. Big change for him, big opportunity for him. He's got a great nature, a great character. He's very calm, and he's gone straight into our training and not looked out of place. He's shown his qualities. We're really pleased with how he's settled in. So Dan, the way that Eddie Howe is talking, and again, very hard to make what he says in press conferences because he loves to put cat amongst the pigeons, doesn't he?
He's a master of psychological operations.
Yeah, which is why you're going to park the bus on that other one, and we're going to talk about it. Voltamid sounds like he could be getting the nod and starting.
It
all sounds
possible.
good, doesn't it?
It's quite possible, given we had no choice but to start Asula. In previous games, I think maybe he'll give him a rest, bring him off the bench, and if Voltamid is trained well, as you say, Eddie likes the look of him. Why not? Let's give him a start. The big question is, is he going to be will he be unleashed on Wolves as a true 9, or is he as we've opined, is he possibly a 10, and we could look at somebody else playing up front for us for a bit.
It's
I don't know. We'll see.
Conundrum. We'll come to that a little bit later on as well. Don't worry, we will come to your press conference. So just got to get through this one first of all. So there's 3 more bits. Joe Linton trained. He's been fit and available. He's been out on the training pitch and looking good. Really happy to welcome him back. Such an important player. That's great news. Now, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting him to be out for another couple of weeks potentially. So that's fantastic news. We'll go to that a little bit. Right, this is when we park the bus. So Jacob Ramsey. Jacob is our only injury concern.
Okay.
There's the big word straight away.
There's the big word.
Then the next line, he misses the game. He suffered from that tackle against Leeds. His ankle swelled up at half-time, and he had to come off. Unfortunately, I think he'll be missing until the next international break, so that's a big blow.
That's 3 weeks, right?
Yeah. However, Gaz, he did an interview, didn't he?
He did.
Jacob Ramsey did an interview, not with
after Leeds,
after the Leeds game, and he's raring to go. Apparently,
he's not injured. This came out about 3 days ago. Ramsey said he can't wait to play the game. He's fit and raring to go, and he's looking forward to his home debut.
So
I know he came on against Liverpool, but this is it's weird. And then Eddie Howe saying he's out for 4 weeks.
So I don't know who to believe. I honestly don't know who to believe.
Ultimately, we know who's in charge here. Who's going to make the game day decision? And if Eddie doesn't think he's ready, then Eddie's not going to put him on the bench. Eddie's not going to put him in the 20-man squad. I still can't believe that we've got 20-man squads. First it was we have to go back a bit. We had 3 substitutes, then 5 substitutes, then 7 substitutes. Now we've got 9 substitutes, but we can use 5. So
6 of us a head injury.
Right. Concussion protocol.
But I honestly don't know who to believe. We could see Jacob Ramsey on the bench at the weekend.
Yep.
I don't think we'll see him in the starting 11, obviously, but I think we could see him on the bench potentially after what he said. But then if you go for what Eddie Howe says, who's the master of throwing cat amongst the pigeons, he's not going to be seen until the next international break. So very, very strange.
Yes. Do you know what it is? He hasn't got him and Willock mixed up by accident or something.
Yeah, because Willock's definitely out. I mean, let's face it, the guy's always out.
It was just, when I heard it, I thought, do you know what it is? You bastard Longstaff. That's what I was thinking at the time, right?
Yeah.
But then when I heard his interview saying that he's fine, I'm thinking, well, this is really strange. So what's happened? Is he got up and fell in the shower or something? I didn't friggin' that. Like in the last 2 days.
Wilson, is he? It's not another Callum Wilson.
But it's a weird one. But Eddie Howe's a liar, isn't he? I've always said that.
Exactly.
Like, I'm surprised his wife trusts him, to be honest.
I wouldn't want to play poker against them. Let's put it that way.
No.
Right, Noah, what's going on with Wolves leading up to the game? What's the manager saying? What are the fans feeling? How are you? How did the press conference go?
Yeah, so obviously, as I was already previously mentioned, Jørgen Strand Larsen is out. It's
Can I just
a bit
hold
weird.
1 second there? Just 1 second over there.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and I mean, no, yeah, it's fine. So I can't blame you, because now it's like, where do the goals come from? Because our new signing, Tolu Arakader, comes in. He's not fully match fit. I mean, I expect he'll probably play, but he's not fully match fit. And then we loaned out Sasha Kalajic, because we have too many foreign players, so we can't fit. We don't have enough homegrown players, so we can't fit him in the squad, so he gets loaned out. And then, I mean, we have Huang, who, again, like, he scored last time out. That's cool and all, but where do the goals come from? And I think that's the general thing with the fan base at the moment is we're not good defensively. We don't have a whole bunch of goal scorers now, for this game at least. I mean, Strand Larsen is the talisman, but he's out, of course, again. So I'd say there's a lot of negative vibes around in the Wolves fan base at Molly right now. So, I mean, other than that, the other thing is mainly, of course, the international break. We had apparently 8 players from the first team that were in training. So, and that's the main thing as well. We have Agbadu, we have Tolo Rakadair, we have Munetsi, and a couple other guys who are going to go off to AFCON as well. In the winter, but also during this international break, they also went off as well. So it's kind of like Vitor hasn't had a whole lot of time. He hasn't gotten the players in immediately like he wanted. And as a result, the squad is nowhere near gelled enough. And again, the international break is not helping that. So yeah, I mean, right now I can't say, where we're going to score goals. We don't defend well as well, and it's not looking up at all.
I'd like to ask something about Wolves, because I've noticed. So I watched the City game, and I thought Wolves were atrocious at the back, like absolutely atrocious. And I think you're 100% right. Without Strand Larsen, where do the goals come from? But I have noticed the last 3 games. I mean, you'll be able to confirm this because I don't know. Do you play 3 at the back?
Yeah.
Right. So it's basically Yamarim formation. Yep. And I've seen Newcastle play 3 at the back as well a couple of times. We played 3 at the back against Everton last season when we lost at home, last game of the season. Do you think the formation might have something to do with it? Because I'm not a fan of that formation at all. I think it's just not one of my favorites.
So, yeah, potentially. The thing is, Wolves have only ever known 3/5 at the back. When Bruno Lage came in, we tried switching to 4 at the back. Of course, the other thing Vitor mentioned in the press conference, of course, is Nuno getting sacked by Forest. And that almost felt like a similar situation to when Nuno was sacked with us as well, because when Nuno wanted players in, Jeff Shee, who was our chairman still, wanted to play a different style. He wanted us to go 4 at the back, and as a result, he gets sacked, and we bring in Bruno Lage. And the next season, we start to try and play 4 at the back. First 3 games, it doesn't work. We switch back to a back 3/5, and it's really the only thing we know. It's typically been a not so pretty system, if that makes sense, because we don't ever really showcase a whole lot of creativity going forward. We certainly aren't currently. We're starting Marshall Munetsi up top for goodness sake. The dude runs well. Like, don't get me wrong, he provides a lot of energy, but he has no creativity whatsoever.
It worked well last season though, didn't it? Because you had Itanori.
Yeah, it
that's
worked
the
better.
Problem you've got. You've
better.
lost a great player.
right. We've lost Eight Nuri and we've lost Cunha. That's about like 50-55% of our goals. If we would have lost Strand Larson, I mean, we would have lost 80 to 85% of our goals, and that's just self-suicide right there.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So the main thing is the other thing I noticed from Vitor, at least from these press conferences, he's not necessarily his most vibrant self. He's normally pretty energetic. He's normally pretty positive. He's saying, we're going to go there, we're going to win. I mean, he did say we're going there for 3 points today, but he's also saying like kind of stuff like Gary O'Neill said, where it's like, I haven't had the players in training,
Right.
or stuff like that, and that's concerning. But I think it's gotten to the point with us Wolves fans that it's like we're just no longer going to look at the manager. We're going to start looking at the people at the top, because it's the one common denominator at this point.
I get that.
Sounds,
I mean, it's a tough.
That sounds familiar, Noah.
Yeah.
The nickname currently, at least that I like for Jeff Shee, is Mike Ashshi.
There you go.
I'll know this, but listen to this, because I wrote them down before, and there'll be more. This is the players Wolves have lost recently in the last 3 years: Cunha, Pedro Neto, Kilman, Al Nuri, and Ruben Neves.
Yeah, all quality.
That is like taking Gordon, Tonali, to Wolves.
Yeah.
Right.
That's like taking them out of our team and them getting sold and trying to replace it.
Not being replaced either.
No, it's
only been replaced with hope.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, if you either replace players with hope or if you stand still, the reality is you're gonna get caught out at some point. It's the stark reality, unfortunately. You need to be proactive. I'm not saying we should have kept Diogo Jota forever, but at the same time, you have to. I mean, you look at teams like Brentford and Brighton; they have players lined up as replacements, quality replacements that can actually contribute and compete at the Premier League level. We brought in guys like David Muller-Wolfe, who, granted, looked pretty good at Feyenoord, but he's coming from the Eredivisie. Again, the new signing Tolo Orakadair. I do like the looks of him. I think he has probably the more likelihood of being successful. But still, he's coming from the Belgian Pro League. Agbadou, who, we haven't mentioned Agbadou, defensively, that's where a lot of our issues start, because he was so good for us after we brought him in the transfer window, the winter transfer window. And the first 3 games, he's just looked completely off it. And that's a big issue. He's the heart of our defense. And a lot of that, as you mentioned, Gaz, a lot of that, defensive shambolicness from the City game at moments from us was a result of Agbadou. So, but like, he came from, Ligue 1. Like, we have brought players from different leagues and maybe lower leagues of the Premier League. And I think with Agbadou, at least, is it a case of him being found out? Or is it just a tough run of form?
Yeah.
A blip. Yeah. And so I think that's the main thing that we haven't answered, because I don't think a 3-game sample size, to be fair, is too much. And again, he played so well when he came in last season.
Yeah.
I was actually shocked as well. I didn't realize that Joe Neves played for you.
Yeah.
That's incredible, that how a player, I mean, how many games did he play? 30-odd games or something for Wolves?
Yeah, something like that.
He goes to PSG and becomes one of the best midfielders in the world.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Yeah,
we had Vitinha as well, and he's
Vitinha
to have a really good career elsewhere as
well. I think Vitinha's the one I'm thinking of, not Joe Neves. Sorry, it's Vitinha I'm thinking of. When I was watching him the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, Wolves have clearly got a scouting network. They've clearly got something because they
Used to be
find these
Portuguese,
players.
didn't it? A lot of Portuguese players that brought
There's
over
something.
and now huge.
And Brighton and Brentford are the same. They've got this scouting network, but I think Wolves are in a position now where they've sold a lot of good players, and it's starting to now catch up on them a bit.
Yeah.
And it happens. I've seen it happen to other clubs where they just
Robbie
keep
said it
selling their
perfectly,
best
didn't
and then replace them, but eventually the replacements aren't good enough. And it's
Southampton and Leicester too. Leicester as well.
Leicester as well. Yeah, I mean they've had a massive downfall though, didn't they? It was crazy.
Yeah, and dare I say, I mean it's the team that shall not be mentioned on this show, but like they look way better than us at the moment. I mean, we like they have gone out, they have showed ambition, they have bought players, and that's something that we haven't shown. I mean, we've bought players, but we haven't bought probably I think
they spent over 100 million, haven't they? Which is crazy for a team that's just got promoted.
I think Granit Xhaka is potentially better than any of the players that we bought this transfer window, potentially, which goes to show a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
It can't be a PSR problem with Wolves, can it? Because they've earned a lot of money.
It's not. It's whether they want to invest it again, though. It's a
she problem.
Yeah, so therein lies the problem. It's a Jeff Shee. Then therein lies the thing as well. Is it also a Fosun problem? Because they're also refusing to, cut ties with him and whatnot. But the model in general that they say they want to put forward is a self-sustainable model. And again, Brighton do this, Brentford do this. They do a self-sustainable model, sure, but they're always proactive. They're not reactive, and we are never proactive. So if you aren't, then again, you're going to get caught out at some point.
Yeah, you've got to have the pathways that Brighton have got pathways from under 11s all the way up into the first team. It's incredible what they've been able to do and sustain it for so long. And we all thought, a lot of people said, "Oh, well, Dan Ashworth's gone now; it'll all fall apart." And no, they're such a well-run football club. It'll carry on for years what they do. It might catch them eventually, maybe in 10, 15, 20 years' time, but it'll take a long time to knock them away. But looking at the game tomorrow, obviously there's a lot of little facts which I really like to look at. Newcastle United have lost just 2 of their 20 Premier League matches against Wolves, won 7, drawn 11. A defeat percentage of just 10%, their lowest against any side they faced at least 20 times in the competition.
Yeah.
I don't like that fact.
I have another, I would say pretty crazy stat as well.
Go on. I love stats.
We have won just 1 of our last 22 away top flight visits to St. James's Park.
That was my next one.
7. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah.
Oh my God.
Great minds think alike. I mean, what can I say?
Do you know
the problem is,
doesn't that stat just
I know. I hate that
doesn't that stat just fill you with so much dread now?
I know.
Remember
it's
remember the Michael Owen stat? Michael Owen has not scored in 7 games. Who's he playing next? Oh, Newcastle. Great. Fucking hat trick.
Yeah.
That used to happen all the time, didn't it? If someone was on a barren spell, they played Newcastle next. Always scored. I hated it. But yeah, you're right. No, it's a great fact, that one. Drawn 7, lost 14, winning 2. 2-1 in December 2018 under Nuno Espirito Santo. And 43 away games at the Magpies of the top division. Wolves have just 2 clean sheets with coming in 1899 and 1974, the last time they kept a clean sheet.
You know how bad that is, Noah, that your record at St. James's? I'll tell you how bad it is, right? Newcastle struggle against teams that are mid-table and below. Yeah, when Arsenal come and Man United come, we'll blow them away, right? Yeah. When the mid-table or below in the league or whatever it is, we always struggle, right? I don't know why. It's just a thing. Fulham come to St. James's and win all the time. And it shows, it's weird how you seem to struggle when you come up here or when you play with. And it's, I don't know, maybe it's what's the word? It's the word I'm looking for. Psychological thing or something.
Yeah.
Psychological.
People say that previous games mean nothing. I think they do, because I think a lot of players get them in the head going, oh man, we've got to go to St James Park.
Sports,
Well, as you know, Fulham don't care. Fulham come up here, they do not care, do they?
Yeah.
Sports in general. Sports in general is all momentum based, in my opinion. It really is. Momentum based, confidence based. It's such a big aspect. It really is.
But how many times did we play Southampton at home, absolutely hammered them, and then the same thing used to happen to us when we went down to the Dell? You know, people would say, "Oh, but it's only Southampton. We're only playing away." But every time we went away to Southampton, we got beat and we got hammered sometimes.
Well, you know what it is? You know, go and watch Spurs fans, right? Spurs fans are the best, because every time the fixtures come out, they always say, would you want St James's Park first away game? Because Spurs always fold when they come up here for some reason. It's bizarre how some clubs just can't cope with certain ground. Tottenham always go to Manchester City and win. Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, exactly. There's another lightning strikes 4 times sort of situation. Spurs always beat
weird, honestly. Every team's got a bogey team, and honestly, it's weird.
City as well. Palace are a bogey team to City as well. They always do well against them. It's mental. It's crazy. Oh God, officials! Let's have Chris Kavanagh's the referee.
Not a fan.
They're all shit. Doesn't matter who it doesn't matter who's in ref. They're all crap. And I mean, we've seen. I mean, the Liverpool referee was a joke. Honestly,
Simon Hooper, and I called that one too. I said
he was a joke, and it's. The referees have been just as bad this season as they've been for the last 10, 15 years. Yeah. And we've only just started.
Well, and it feels like, Wolves have had, a lot of calls go against them in previous seasons. Actually, last season, we didn't have a single penalty all season.
What? Last season was the season where you got loads of dodgy decisions, wasn't it? Like horrendous. Or was it the season before?
It was the season before, I'm fairly certain. But we didn't get a single penalty all season last season.
That's mental.
Yeah.
We didn't get many penalties, did we? We got a few, but we didn't get a lot. Anthony Gordon won a few and then got overturned by VAR because he loved diving over players' legs, didn't he?
Yeah. Actually, the previous match against Everton, the match reports came out after a week or so, and it was reported that Iliman and Jai did catch the standing leg of Hugo Bueno. When I believe it was score was 3-1. We ended up, pulling one back later on, but it was ruled that should have been a penalty. But I'm conflicted because we didn't play well enough to get a result, So it's just kind of well, it does go against us. I can't say we deserved it, but certainly there have already just been a slew of decisions that it's just what are we doing? It just feels there's no context that the referee takes into account. It feels like the foul in the Fulham Chelsea game where the player tries to turn, that one. He's making a skill move. He's making
I know.
It was shocking.
Shocking. That's one of the worst decisions I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And when he did that skill move,
I don't know. The penalty that Man United got was absolutely atrocious as well against Burnley.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen it because the last thing I could be bothered was to see them getting a dodgy penalty in the 96th minute. So it's that decision that Fulham game was absolute joke the other week. I mean, I think that was his first goal at 19 years of age and all, and they took it off him. Honestly, I'd scrap it, mate. I'd scrap it. Honestly, I'd get rid of it.
It's embedded too much
it's spoiling the game, mate. Do you know what it is? I was celebrating a goal against Liverpool the other day, and then I stopped because I was wondering, will Asula be offside? That's what I'm starting to think now, and it's just really, I think it's spoiling the game. Honestly, I do. And
I absolutely agree.
I'd get rid of it.
Yeah.
Let's let's have a look at the teams potentially. I think that's the next talking point. Here's potentially your
Apparently,
team,
Jay
Noah.
Wright wants to talk about my hair.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that. Now, this is SofaScore. This is your last game's stats as well that the players got. Do you see that formation in this lineup being correct, or would you make any changes, or think there'll be different changes to the side?
I certainly see us playing a back three still, of course. I do think the back three of Totti, Agbadou, and Bueno is what's going to be played. Although there is potentially some chance for a change, because we did bring in a central defender / left-footed defender, Ladislav Krejci, in the transfer window, so he could potentially either slot in for Agbadou or Totti. Of course, Totti is also our captain, which is the other thing that I didn't even want to get down that rabbit hole. And then there's, of course, Rodrigo Gomez. It's interesting because we have Jackson Chachua who comes in the transfer window as well, and he's very fast. He's very rapid. But Rodrigo Gomez is very energetic. He's very committed to the cause per se. So I want to say that I wouldn't be surprised if Vitor goes with Chachua, but personally, I would want to see Rodrigo Gomez. Again, he scored a goal. He's actually scored a goal in two, because he scored in the League Cup against West Ham, and then again scored against Everton last match in the Premier League. I would think he's also probably going to play Hugo Bueno instead of David Mola-Wolfe, because I think for the most part, Hugo Bueno has looked very good up and down that left side, and he's just felt overall better so far this season. I wouldn't be surprised if once Wolfe kind of settles in, that becomes Vitor's choice. Andre and Joao Gomez, no doubt they're playing. Although it was one of the other things that's been concerning a little bit is Andre has had potentially a little bit of a rift with Vitor, because players come to Wolves and they're sold this vision, and it's being said that maybe Andre was not sold the vision that he was, and he's potentially throwing his toys out the pram. Yeah. But I would expect him to play. He played against Everton and whatnot, and was just okay. But Arias, he's probably going to be starting for me. I mean, that front three, we don't really have a choice. Although I wouldn't be. Here's the thing, because again, Marshall Munetsi, he has like a love affair with Vitor at this point. Like, he starts every single match, it seems, but again, runs and provides nothing else. I would really, really, really want to see Fer Lopez, the young Spaniard, come in, because when he came on against Everton, he looked fantastic. He provides that creativity that we really do lack. He has a good through ball. But it's Marshall Munetsi we're talking about, and Marshall Munetsi is probably going to start. So yeah, but other than that, Arias and Hwang are probably going to start. I don't think there's any doubt about that.
Where's the danger to Newcastle in that team? If you're going to win the game, who's going to produce?
Well, it's going to have to be John Arias, I think. And that's the thing, though. I even struggle to say that, because like he was our, I would say one of our if not our marquee signing of the transfer window, and he's come in, and we're playing him on the left, but he played on the right in the Club World Cup, and of course he got team of the tournament, right? But again, we're playing him in the wrong position essentially. So yeah, I'd say John Arias is the player that you should look out for, just because he can get on the ball, he can run at defenders, he can make things happen really. But so far since he's come to Wolves, I would say largely hasn't showcased that, and certainly as well there's been like an adjustment period. But that's a big problem. Like I look at that lineup and I just don't see, and even if we put in the players that I say that I would personally put in as well, I just don't see where we can really cause you guys problems, mainly. If that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, very interesting, because we're normally very leaky when it comes to playing against a low block. We always get caught on the counter attack, is what I'm worried about. Let's have a look at our team, or what potentially could be our team. There's obviously two big gaps that I've left open. Now, SofaScore has us playing 3-4-3 as well, but I don't think Eddie Howe plays that at home. He can't play three centre-backs again because the three of them are too slow.
When have we ever played 3-4-3?
Played it against Leeds.
Oh, is that why it didn't fucking work?
Yeah. We played three at the back. We had Burn, Shaw, and Botman, didn't we?
Newcastle. Yeah. I'll be shocked if Newcastle play three at the back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Our formation is actually kind of a little more close to like a 3-4-2-1, but that's not too far off of 3-4-3, really.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I think we're going 4-3-3. I think we're going back to what we know and what we're good at, especially for attacking wise. I think having three centre backs, it just doesn't work. They're not quick enough, and they don't contribute enough in the forward offences to be able to play three at the back for me. So we've got to play 4-3-3. I think the back four picks itself still. I think Lewis Hall may find it a little bit difficult to come straight back into the team, even though he's an absolute fantastic left back. But Tino is kind of owning that spot at the moment, and I wouldn't drop him. And you can't drop Burn and Shaw at the moment either, which is difficult for Botman and Chow, but I think they stay the same. Tonali and Bruno are obviously going to play. Tonali had a fantastic international game against, who did they play against again? It was Israel, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe it was Israel, yeah.
Yeah. And there was just goals galore in that one, and he obviously scored the winner. Bruno scored on international duty as well. Alanga scored on international duty, and I think I say he's the better player. Barnes defaulted to the left because Gordon's suspended. So we have the debate of, is it J7 or Miley? And who plays up top? Is it Voltamade or is it Asula? Because of the lack of Premier League experience. So, Dan, what's your thoughts?
I think both teams are going to be looking for points. That's the most important thing. This because of the leaky defense in Wolves and the lack of goal scoring opportunities that Wolves presents. I think this is an opportunity tailor-made to introduce Nick into the mix. I think this is Eddie's chance to just say, let's see what this kid can do. I mean, we know what Asula can do, but we haven't seen Asula do it as often as we'd like to see him. I think at home, in front of this crowd, in front of a crowd that's going to be up for it, I think this is a game tailor-made to throw Nick in at the deep end to show the St. James Park faithful what he's capable of. Would you agree? Disagree?
No, I do. I'm just a little bit. I'm still confused by the Jacob Ramsey situation, but apparently his foot swelled up again. So that's why I'm skeptical, because Eddie Howe is always like to bleed these players in. Bruno didn't start straight away when he came in January because he wasn't used to the Premier League pace. Chow doesn't start straight away because he's not used to the Premier League pace yet. He's got to out Shaw out of the team. Voltamade kind of has a free reign at the number 9 spot. It's whether Eddie is just going to throw him straight in. And that's where I get stuck with Eddie Howe sometimes. I don't think he likes just to throw players under the bus in a way. But this is a perfect game at home. He's going to get the support. I don't know. Guys, your thoughts?
Quite different, to be honest.
Go on.
Fair enough.
I think it's we've got a game against Barcelona on Thursday as well, and I think it's about time Eddie changed it up, because I think these 3 games have been Leeds was shit, Liverpool were unlucky, Villa we just couldn't score. So I think a lot of these players have had a little bit of a run and a chance, and I'd change it up. I'd put Hall back in, and I'd put Tino on the right.
So you're dropping Trips?
Yeah, I'm dropping Trips. Yeah, 100%.
I thought Trips had been playing well though.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with it. But our two best fullbacks are Lewis Hall and Tino Livramento. Trippier's 34 years of age now, and
but wouldn't you rather have Trippier playing at the weekend and then bringing in Hall and Tino for the Barca game because of the pace?
No, I think Lewis Hall needs minutes, and Lewis Hall was arguably heading towards our player of the season last season before he got injured.
Absolutely.
And I think Harvey Barnes has been shite this season, and I'm wondering, has he been shite because he hasn't got Lewis Hall bombing up the wing? And
yeah, because it makes it too easy for the defenders because they know he's going to cut inside and there's no one on the overlap.
I'd put one of the other defenders in and I'll address one of the centre-backs. I mean, you're talking about Botman 35 million here and Chow 30-odd million pound. These two should be able to come in and do a decent job at home tomorrow. Give Shaw a rest. I mean, give Burn a rest. Burn's played for England. He's been away. Just give him a rest. I mean,
Shaw's all right, though, hasn't he? Because didn't Shaw retire from international football?
Yeah, he did, yeah. Tonali, Bruno, look, after seeing Wolves' team there, right, if you play Tonali, Joe Linton and Bruno in the middle, I fully expect that three to dominate that midfield, right? Yeah. After looking at Wolves' team. So why don't you just go for it in the beginning? And then if you've got a nice, comfortable lead after 60-odd minutes, then switch it up a bit. And I would put Joe Linton in. I put Tonali, Bruno. We've got no chance to put Barnes. He just needs to kick up his arse for me. Alanga, yep, 100%. And I'm sorry, we've paid £65 million for a bloke who's leading the line for Germany. He can play. He can start.
Agreed.
Simple as that. I'm sorry, I'm sick to death of this bedding in crap. Honestly, I am. He's £65 million worth of talent that we've just bought. Yep, this I probably would have started, 100%. But what we're going to do, put Osula in now and just have the same crap that we had at Leeds last week. Nothing happens. Nothing happens at all. Right? Look, Osula will work his socks off. He's a decent footballer. I think he can get better. But what I've noticed in the last few games is, and I've been somebody who was back to Sula, is I'm seeing a player who needs to go out and loan who shouldn't be leading our front line in a Premier League game. And
we nearly sold him, didn't we?
Yeah, exactly. We nearly sold him, but now we're debating whether we should put the player in who, look, Nick starts for me. The crowd will be behind him 100%. He can miscue a ball all he wants, right? The crowd will be with him. And it's a perfect game to put him in because he's going to start against Barcelona. That there's no doubt. So you might as well throw him in tomorrow straight away. And he's up against one of the best teams in the world on Thursday. So just get him in there. And I'd get Hall back in.
You think Howard saved trips for Barcelona?
I'd hope not, because Rafinha will destroy him.
Yeah, I'd rather the other way around. You want pace against Barcelona.
I think Lewis Hall needs minutes, and I think Lewis Hall can play 60-odd minutes, 70 minutes tomorrow and play against Barcelona. No problem at all. And you only get minutes by playing games. And Dan Burn puts them all to shame, if you ask me. He's 33 years of age, and that man just plays 90 minutes for England. And you know what it is? And then we debate whether this lad can play 20, 60-odd minutes. Dan Burn puts them all to shame. And I thought they were poor at Leeds last week. I thought they looked decent at the back, and I think you'd all agree. Yeah, I think you'd all agree. Look, Bruno was absolutely world-class against Liverpool, but he was poor at Leeds. I think everybody will agree that our best players this season have been Dan Burn and Fabian Shaw. Yeah. Right? They've been rock solid. And it's the only reason they let 3 in against Liverpool was because we went down to 10 men after 40 minutes. But Nah, for me, change it up, get some pace in the team, and just go for it. Against a team who are seriously struggling for confidence at the minute, it's blatantly obvious.
You think Elanga playing centrally for Sweden and scoring in the first 20 minutes, you think that might influence Eddie to maybe Voldemar plays as the 10 and puts Elanga up at the 9?
See, I tweeted that out, but I had it as Elanga, Murphy, and Barnes and Voldemar on the bench.
The problem is
him in, that's the way you would do it.
The problem is Jacob Murphy's strength is last season was obviously he scored goals. He was assisting for Isak. That was his strength, right?
Yeah.
Now
that's gone.
Now that's gone, right? But what hasn't gone is Jacob Murphy's balls, right? So he can still put them passes in, right?
Yep.
So what we need is Elanga can run onto these. Yeah, no doubt. I have no doubt that he can, right? The problem is he needs to sort his finishing out, which Forest fans will tell you as well. He got into a lot of good positions. He's just finishing it needs improving. Hence, first game of the season, 3 minutes into the game, he misses a one-on-one, right? So, but yeah, I think it's a possibility. But from what I heard in Eddie's press conference, when he basically said that Nick's looking good, I've worked with him, this, that, and the other, that tells me he's starting. Because
I think so.
I don't think Eddie fully rates Asula anyway. I don't think Asula's good enough for Eddie Howe to not put Voldemar in straight away. Whereas if Callum Wilson's on the bench, just say Callum Wilson's still here, I think he starts Wilson and brings Voldemar up.
Yeah,
true.
I think as well from what I've watched of Newcastle so far this season, I think if you guys start Asula for whatever reason, I think that potentially gives us the best chance of getting points.
Yep.
100% agree. Because he'll run around, he'll be a pain in the arse, but he'll not do anything. And your defenders will find it quite easy.
Yeah.
The only like I said, he's honestly work his socks off, but I would work my socks off, you know what I mean? It's just like, but I wouldn't be any use at all. And it's like, but I agree. Look, Voldemar could.
Is so wrong that I'm sorry I had to, but yeah, Asula, like J7, is a player with great ability who's put in the striker and hope it worked. He is a striker. Asula was bought as a striker. He played for Sheffield United as a striker. He plays for the under-21s team at international level as a striker. We think he's a better winger because we saw him play against Birmingham. Yeah, but we saw him play against Birmingham in the Cup. And we saw him play against Bromley in the Cup, and he scored from the right-hand side. But he was bought as a striker because he is a striker. Now Eddie Howe is trying to change him and put him on the wing instead. So come on, let's get our facts right on that. Gareth, you know about me and Sula. I just don't think he's good enough.
Yeah, well, you've called Asula. I've defended him, right? Me and you have been complete opposites with this lad. Yeah. I still think there's something there. Right, the goals he scored tells me there's something there. But he's 22 now, and he should be doing more. Right, against Leeds, the service wasn't great to him, but I don't know. Just at times his movements just
didn't he?
And he fluffed it.
And he fluffed
it.
He fluffed it. 3 touches before he got his shot off, which was terrible.
But then again, you could look at the game before that, and he got one chance against Liverpool, and he put it away. So it's like
it was a good finish as well. To be fair,
yeah, there's something there. But every time I've watched him, it's when he's cutting in on the right. That's when he looks better. And his best game last season was Birmingham in the Cup away. Yeah. I thought he was really good after that. To be honest, apart from his stupid miss.
You're talking about the standard, aren't you?
Yeah, but he had it. But he did. He still did it. Yep. I mean, I watched Man United superstars lose to Grimsby this season. So it's like you've just got to. It doesn't matter who's in front of you. You've still got to beat that team. And but I don't know. We've paid £65 million for a striker, and you put him in. Just because he hasn't got Premier League experience. I'm sorry. Like, look, Ekitike didn't have Premier League experience. Liverpool threw him straight in.
Yeah, but he had more training sessions and time to spend with his
Yeah.
He can't be not fit. He can't be. He has to be match fit. I've just watched him.
Right, but then again, right, Lewis Hall. How long did it take him to get to Eddie Howe fitness?
Well,
I saw Lewis Hall against Everton the season we bought him, and he had to go off after 70 minutes because he could not handle the pace that we were playing at.
This is the issue I have, because it's all well and good. Look, I love Eddie Howe. I do, I think. But this is the issue I have with Newcastle at the minute. We're already 3 games into a season, and I know they're not fully awful, but we're already getting fucking injuries, right? Like Joe Linton's missed a game, right? What do you call Ramsey's missed a game. We've had a few others who have actually missed games so far this season. And getting it up to Eddie Howe fitness, right? Sometimes I just think you don't have to be peak fitness to get into this frigging team. Sometimes I just think we're just like, right, Voltamede's not peak Eddie Howe fitness. Well, yeah, fine. Absolutely, he probably isn't, but it's still good enough to put him in the lineup for me.
I am firmly in Gary's court here. I think that this is tailor-made for him to come in and start, because I think there will be 50,000 people ready to see that lad do what he can do. And
it's going to get back.
Yep.
And I watched Voltamede against Germany, right? And
for Germany,
he didn't have the greatest games. He assisted in the first game. But this was the worst Germany team I have seen in all my lifetime of watching football, because I'm used to watching the German teams being fantastic at the back, fantastic and forward, and brilliant in midfield. He got no service at all. And the difference at Newcastle is when he was getting the ball, he was coming back like Kane does to get the ball because it just wasn't coming to him, and they weren't passing him the ball. Tonali and Bruno will do that. They'll find him, right? You know what them two are like. They'll ping a pass, and then before you know it, he's through. And I would put him. He's going to have two. Well, I'm saying 2 fast wingers. Gordon's not playing. He's going to have 1 fast winger, and he's going to have
he'll have somebody.
No, he's not fast, is he? But if Lewis Hall comes on, then. But it's like, I don't know. I think Harvey Barnes also seems to put in better performances when he's got Hall at left back.
I think he also makes better performances when he comes off the bench as well. But there we go.
Yeah. Well.
Right. Let's.
Yeah. We know that Murphy can play on the left as well. He's not as proficient on the left, but it's possible.
Yeah. Noah, who are you worried about in that lineup? Let's just say J7's in that midfield along with Voltamede up front. That's what we kind of agreed on. Who are you worried about?
I would say 3 players in particular. I know, it was previously mentioned about Alaga and his finishing ability, but I still do worry about him. And on that side as well, of course, again, is probably going to be Totti, who,
Tonali.
Totti.
No, he's going to play on the side.
Sorry, playing again.
Yeah, he's up against Langa.
Yeah. So, I mean, Totti's decision making so far this season has not impressed me at all. He pulls a guy down 50 yards from goal against Bournemouth, and then he pushes a guy down when he's through on goal to get a red card. He also got a yellow card for that, pulling the guy down 50 yards from goal. And it's just like, if Anthony Elanga is going to be running at him, I'm nowhere filled with any confidence at all that he's either A, going to make the right decision, or B, defend the situation correctly. I also worry about Bruno. I also really do worry about Bruno and his creativity. I would also say, like, I just worry in general about like that midfield 3, because, well, we're playing with a defensive midfield of 2. We're kind of outnumbered in that case. in the midfield. So as he said, like, we should probably get dominated in the midfield, even though I really do, rate Andre and Joao Gomez. And then I also do worry about I do worry about Voltemade coming in, because like it would just be, textbook Wolves to let him come in and score, really. I mean, there's
all good
no way to put it.
dangers. Yeah, no, all good dangers. Right, let's get to the predictions. So first of all, I did do a poll. I'm going to try and do this every week. Polls for Saturday game. What is everyone's feelings about the international break? 358 people voted. 95% said home win. 2% said draw. 3% said away win. Not surprising, to be honest with you. But again, both teams aren't in great form. Wolves haven't won a game this season. We haven't won a game this season. We've drawn 2, lost 1.
We don't even have a point.
Yeah, I know, but we're only 2 points. If you win on tomorrow, you're a point ahead of us. Do you know what I mean? That's how crazy it is.
That's football in the end,
Yeah. Blade's getting in early with his 7-0 prediction. Kutchi's going 4-0 to the Toon. Get your predictions in, guys. Noah, you being the guest, what is your prediction tomorrow?
I'm gonna give 2, one with my head, one with my heart. With my heart, I am going boring 0-0. Hoping
we've had 2 of them already.
Praying for a point. But with my head, I am going to say I think Newcastle wins 2-0 with my head.
Yeah, sounds about fair assumption. Dan,
I'm going to go one better, and I said it in our group chat. I think it. Sorry, no, I think it's going to be 3-0. I think Voltemade may find himself on the score sheet because of the opportunities available to him. I also think that the recent goal scorers in international play, Elanga, Bruno, Tonali, I think they're all going to be looking. I think they're brimming with confidence right now. So I'm 3-0 for me.
Yeah, Gaz.
I was a bit cautious before I come on the show, and Noah's actually changed my mind.
So it's gonna be my fault if we somehow get a result.
Yeah. Right. This is the way I was looking at Noah before the game. Right. Newcastle haven't really got fire in this game. I mean, this season. Sorry, so far. So. And I was thinking, well, Wissa being out and Ramsey being out, I was thinking we're going to throw Voltemade in, and obviously it's going to take time to get into the Premier League, blah, blah, blah. And I think Newcastle will start firing at some point, but I wasn't 100% sure. So I was thinking maybe a 1-1 draw, right? I thought you were going to nick something. Then I listened to you talk about Wolves, and then I looked at the formation, and then I looked at the midfield. And then I thought, I don't think your midfield will be able to cope with R3. Yeah. R3... When they are on their game, them 3 dominate. I've watched them dominate PSG. I've watched them dominate Manchester United, Liverpool, you name it. I've watched them 3 dominate. And I think if you go with 2 in the middle against R3, that's a disaster waiting to happen. I think he needs to change the formation.
Even though again, I really do rate Andre and Joao Gomez, but they are again, going to be outnumbered.
They're going to be outnumbered, and they're outnumbered against 3 players who many pundits called the best 3 in the Premier League midfielders last season.
Yeah. And I can tell you this as well. I don't think Vitor is going to change, because he is quite stubborn when it comes to this stuff sometimes as well.
But I've just got a feeling Newcastle are going to start quick, and I think I'm going to agree with Dan. I think it'll be about 3-0.
Interesting. See, when I heard Wissa was out, I got a little bit itchy feet as well.
Yeah, I was a bit thingy, to be honest.
We will. Free becomes a 5 when Tino and Hall. We talked about we're not playing 3 at the back tomorrow. We better not. If we play 3 at the back, right? If we're playing 3 at the back with 2 wing backs in Hall and Tino, or Tino in
Trips and Tino.
Whatever it is, I will not be confident of getting a result, because
that doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Didn't work against Everton in a huge game. It doesn't
It didn't
work.
against Leeds. It didn't work.
No.
It just doesn't work. It just doesn't not work. We've got to play 4-3-3. If we're going to play anything and change it up, it's got to be like a 4-2-3-1. That could work potentially, but you need Whistler for that for me.
Cushy says that our midfield 3 becomes 5.
Right, we're 2 all right. And I get you. Sorry.
Yep.
Tired. So if we play 4-3-3, no Whistler, I think 2-0. And I think our defence will be too good, and I think our midfield will be too good to let Wolves have too many chances. Mind you, I watched them last season, and they were very good at St James's Park, even though they got beat quite comfortably.
Oh, no, they were. But they had Strand Lawson last season, who was a bit of a pain in the arse to play against. But I'm, you know what I'm saying from Wolves? A lot of people have got them going down. I still think they'll stay up. I think they'll just stay up, right? But I think the reason they'll just...
Well, no, we'll panic buy in January, and we'll probably stay up like we normally do.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked. I think what it's going to be is yous are going to have a horrendous start, and I think owners are probably going to sack the manager.
Probably, yeah.
And would you take Spirit De Santo back again? Nuno, would you take Nuno back?
I would if Vitor gets sacked. I'm still of the opinion that like we absolutely should give Vitor the chance. And if Vitor gets sacked, it's really not his fault, and so I don't think he should. Because again, just the ineptness of the higher ups is really to blame here in the end, I think. But yeah, I mean, if Vitor does get sacked, like, certainly I'd probably take Nuno back, because the one thing with Nuno that is certainly not inarguable is the players in the squad with Nuno, they know their roles, they know their positions, and it has an identity. And that's just like that's a huge reason of why we were so successful coming up into the Premier League the first 2 or 3 seasons. And ever since you do look at graphs, it's really gone downhill, really.
Yeah, I think he's I can't believe he got sacked.
I'm just saying, like,
well,
I've seen it before the clubs.
He got
seen it before.
Yeah, he got sacked for similar reasons at Wolves, because him and Jeff Shee were butting heads, and Jeff wanted to go to a more attractive style of football per se, and Nuno was like, no, why change what has been working?
Yeah,
we can get the players in, and it's still going to work.
Yeah.
Look, Wall want our teams to play attractive football, but sometimes some clubs have just got to realise that you can't do it against every team in the Premier League, because you'll get ripped apart. And that's where Nuno... Yeah, look, Forest have sacked Nuno to replace him with a guy who's going to play more attacking football, who played the most ridiculous highlight I have seen in the Premier League last season. And I guarantee Forest are going to get beat 3 or 4 out on regular occasions next season.
Absolutely.
Because what they've done is they've replaced a good manager with a worse one. And I could have won Spurs that trophy. I'm telling you now, I could have won Spurs that trophy. That standard of that trophy was atrocious. When Manchester United are getting to the final of that bloody competition, that tells you how bad it was. And people have a go at our Carabao Cup win. We had to beat Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal.
Sorry, Robin.
The goal that was scored was incredibly scrappy too.
It was a horrendous final. One of the worst finals I've ever watched in my life. And then I watched it. I remember I watched Inter Milan against Barca in the Champions League, one of the greatest games I've ever seen. Was it Inter Milan? Yeah. Inter Milan Barcelona in the semi. It was one of the best games I've ever seen. And then I watched that not long after, and the difference was just incredible. And it was just, but you know what it is? But Ange won that trophy, and because, like,
it was the second season.
The standard was atrocious.
Exactly.
Well, the third season is always better than the second, as he says.
Well, he never got a chance to see that.
Never got a chance. Unfortunately,
I don't know about you guys, but I'm backing Forest to win every trophy next season.
Oh yeah, next year. Well, they'll fluke something.
Of course they
I
will.
mean,
I'm going to back them to win whatever they're in. I don't care. I'm putting a tenner on everything.
True.
By the way, tonight's rant was brought by Gary of the Europa League final. Sorry, Robbie. Right. Anyway, we got to go. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone who's been in the chat and made it very
Noah,
enjoyable.
good to see you.
Yes,
Yep,
Noah.
likewise,
thank you very
brother.
much for coming in.
Study
Gaz,
hard.
as always, as well.
Thank you.
Stay in school.
Appreciate it.
Yes. Don't carry guns. I don't know what else to say.
Oh, Baz.
I'm a Brit.
yeah.
I've got to have a go when I can.
No, yeah.
And you know I'm right. Anyway.
No, yeah.
Not disagreeing. I'm just
Sorry, before you go, I've got Ipswich Sheffield United on. Sheffield United are atrocious.
Oh, they've gone downhill now, haven't they?
Yeah, they're getting beat 4-0 now after 67 minutes. They are absolutely terrible.
Jesus.
I think they're in trouble, man.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
Sheffield United can't perform with or without Chris Wilder.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
that's just the end. That's end of and if my pal is watching, I'm sorry for him. I just what a disaster that club is right now.
Do you know what is the why? I know I'm changing it. Why defenders play out the back when teams are pressing them? It's just, oh my God, honestly, it's like, it's honestly,
this next rant is brought to you by Ipswich and Sheffield United.
It's self-suicide.
Right, I've got to go.
Right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
See you Sunday
Thanks,
night.
Noah.
Take care.
Yep, as always.
All right, guys. Bye.